Everything is fine here on Detention Block AA23, a Star Wars podcast. I'm Mike, here to talk some Star Wars with everyone. So not too long ago, there had been another Acolyte short clip released. I have not watched it yet. I was intending to watch it when it came out, but wanted to save it for just another reaction video. I think it's only like 30 seconds long. But just hadn't got the opportunity. We weren't able to record yesterday. And yeah, so I figured I'd bring it to you now. And in looking up the trailer, I noticed that there's also a clip from the show that has been released. And I think that's about a minute and a half. So I wanted just to do a trailer reaction for at least the first one and then kind of do the same thing for the clip as well. So let me get this fired up. Well, I mean, it's late tonight, so I'm just going to pound through this as soon as I can, or as fast as I can, and just kind of go from there. So probably not a long episode today, but wanted to bring something since we weren't able to record. So let me, if you're not familiar, I do all of this from my iPad. So got it ready, the YouTube video at least, but I've got to do my screen sharing. Go to Zoom. All right, share my screen. Should pop up here in a second. There we go. And then we're going to go to YouTube. Perfect. So I'm sure most of you have probably already seen this. Hey, better late than never, right? All right. And I'm sure there's many of these clips that we've probably already have seen. So, but I'll look for anything new. One thing did get spoiled for me. It's been a topic of conversation. I'm not going to say it now, but I'll point it out when it comes up. So here we go.
Who trained you?
There's more of the fighting scene.
Star Wars The Acolyte, 2-episode premiere June 4th, only on Disney+.
All right, so maybe that wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Stop making Amazon sellers rich. I hate to tell you this, but every single time you...
So let's try another one. We've seen the official trailer. There's the clip. So we'll show that too.
I was writing the character of Soul when Squid Game came out. I said
so
that's Soul.
You carry a...
Where is that trailer? Well, maybe we'll just start with the official clip then. All right, hold on. Pause. All right, go back. Restart. Okay, so we'll start with the clip first. That's totally fine. So now the assassin is with Soul. Former padawan. Maybe part of the path of the open hand now. Very similar to the fighting that we see with
You attack me without the
Trinity.
weapon. Why?
I believe he was her master. Gotta go for the saber. Very Kung Fu-esque. That is from my perspective. Ooh. Tricky. Pretty cool. think there's going to be some interesting fighting. Hey, Star Wars Theory. Okay. Is it this? Let's try this. No, I don't think it's gonna be it.
Someone is killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense.
I guess I just got to do some searching. And you all get to join me on that. All right, so what do I even need to search? That's pretty cool. If that was real. Official trailer, I've seen that.
This is a fight.
I thought this was the one we just did, but
This is a fight that you will not win.
She's killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense.
that was what
I
I've seen.
trained her. Now she is a student of the dark side, an acolyte.
I didn't do it!
Hey.
Believe me!
Star Wars: The Acolyte, 2-episode premiere June 4th,
So we
only
did
on
get to
Disney
see
Plus.
the Wookiee with the lightsaber. All right, let's roll that back. Now that I know this is the actual trailer I was looking for. So the part that got spoiled was the saber whip. So it's been drawing a lot of attention. But for those of you who had read High Republic books or comics, you would be familiar that she did have a lightsaber whip. And this isn't something that's new to Star Wars for those that are like, oh, we've got those helicopter sabers from the Inquisitors when Rebels came out. And that was like a new technological, like, awesome thing. And now people are like, oh, now there's saber whips. That just doesn't make sense. Well, before the High Republic even came out, lightsaber whip was a thing. I think it was the expanded universe. Was it Old Republic? I think so, but it was Sith or dark side force wielders. I think it was Sith that used whips. Does that have any implication in on the show? Maybe not, but probably not, because she's had that saber whip for a long time when she was a Padawan. Well, I don't know if a Padawan, but before she became a master. And she became a master at like age 16, so a very young age. But so before that, she even had whip. And you can see that in her, if you read the young adult books, I think she has that whip in there from phase 1. And then in the comics as well. Anyways, let's go back to this. I'm gonna watch it again and then I will slowly go through it.
This is a fight that you will not win.
She's killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense. I trained her. Now she is a student of the dark side, an acolyte.
I didn't do it! Believe me!
Star Wars: The Acolyte, 2-episode premiere June 4th, only on Disney Plus.
I mean, this show's just right around the corner, June 4th. So any questions we might have, we will start getting answers here pretty quickly. And that's super exciting. I know there's a lot of nervousness around this show. There's a lot of pessimism around the show. Also a lot of optimism. Just, it's very divisive. but I think I think both sides are warranted. There's been a lot of talk going around with this for, from the creators, from Disney, and a lot of fans don't really agree with some of the things that are being said, or I don't know, or not feeling well about it. But never judge something before you see it. And either way, I'm excited. It's Star Wars content. It's more, of the universe and the galaxy that we're going to get. It's entertainment. So excited either way. All right. I think I could probably do this. I'm just going to keep it on my laptop or on my. Well, what is that? Because usually I would switch this over my computer, but this is short enough that I think I can scroll through this. All right, so we've seen this scene quite a bit. They're fighting in the cantina type area. So we get another look at Coruscant. You can never go wrong with Coruscant. To me, I mean, and it would make sense. I feel like there are less high rises in this. I mean, the planet itself is like one big high rise because it's levels deep. So, but I feel like when you watch the prequels, you see a lot more standing buildings that, reach the level of the Jedi Temple here. And we're just not seeing as many, I think, in my perspective. All right. So here we have Soul. I don't know who's on the. No idea. Oh, actually, now I can tell. I think it's that assassin girl.
He's killing Jedi.
Which used to be his Padawan. You've seen him. All right, so here's that saber whip. Black Series. I don't know how you're going to produce that, but you could probably produce just the saber, the hilt. All right, there we go. I think that makes it look huge. Just from the perspective. Wow. Interesting. Yep, and she has a purple saber just like Windu. All right, so his soul, and I think that's the girl that rose to become the assassin that we see. Unless it's a bait and switch. There's sisters in this, so maybe it's a sister of her. Who knows? And the looks like Path of the Open Hand people behind them. I'm trying to remember. Is he giving the saber or is
I trained her.
Yeah, I think he was giving the saber. He says he trained her. All right. What is
She is a student of.
All right, so she captures that Jedi. Well, not captures, but holding hostage there. So there's the Path of the Open Hand. And the leader of that is referred to as the mother. We've seen, I think the other individual we've seen is the mother. I think these are just people that are part of the cult, we'll call it. And what's important to note about them, so they don't use they have the ability to use the force, but they don't believe in using the force. They don't feel like it's something that should be used. And so that's why they look at the Jedi as enemies, because Jedi or Sith use the force and they feel like it's like manipulating it or abusing it, when the force should just be free in their opinion and act as on its own will. So there's going to be there's going to be conflict. If you've read the books, you already know there's conflict between the Jedi and the path of the open hand. Not that to say that when they come across each other, they like try to kill each other. But they don't necessarily get along or want to interact. The Jedi that's coming from the path of the open hand side. The Jedi very much want to, mend anything. They more want to learn about them, understand why they feel the way they do. And then it's the path of the open hand that it's a little more, I won't say aggressive, but reactive. All right, here we go. I can't remember the Jedi Wookiee's name. It's not Baraga. That's from the books. Is he taking that? Is that the Jedi's that his eyes go black in one of the trailers? It's so fitting that a Wookiee Jedi would have a saber. Okay, that might be him because pulls out his yellow lightsaber.
Believe me!
Star Wars, The Acolyte.
All right, so now we're okay. So who's she talking to here? You think the Jedi?
Believe me!
She talking to them, or are we to think she's talking to them and she's actually talking to someone else? I don't know. If she is trying to talk to them, that means she might be trying to maybe in my interpretation of how she's speaking there, if she's talking to them, it's almost like she's trying to warn them of something.
Star Wars, The Acolyte. 2-episode premiere June 4th, only on Disney.
Cool. Again, exciting. New era, new characters. Please do it right. Please do it right. Make it entertaining. Make it a good story. That's all I care about. Make it a good story. You have a little more freedom here. The other thing I'll ask is don't be a problem when it comes to continuity. I want it to make sense too. It doesn't have to be something that I expect or want it to be, but make it consistent with the rest of the stories. I'll stop sharing. Get out of here. Perfect. All right. So that's what I have for us today. I'm going to keep it short and simple like that. I will speak to our social media handles really quick. So you can find us on Twitter at DetBlockAA23pod, on Instagram at detention_block_AA_23, and then our Facebook group and YouTube channel, Detention Block AA23, a Star Wars podcast. You can also find us on TikTok now at DetBlock AA23. Bring us your likes, follows, downloads, subscriptions, reviews, ratings, all of it, any of it. We greatly appreciate any little thing you can do for us in that regards. It really goes a long way in helping get our name out there amongst all the Star Wars podcasts that there are, or YouTube channels. I mean, just search it up. You'll see how many there are. But either way, we enjoy bringing all this content to everyone. And we're going to be bringing more show. We'll be talking about the Acolyte here coming soon. And I know we still have to talk Tales of the Empire, which we were planning on doing yesterday. But since we never got to it, we'll do it this upcoming week. And then I will be out of town for a week. Unfortunately, it's when the Acolyte first comes out. So that first week of June, I will be going up north to the North Shore of Minnesota on Lake Superior. My wife and I were taking a week, doing a vacation, get away for a while, take little Jackson with us, do some hiking, hit up some restaurants in Grand Marais and Lutzen. Oh, I don't know how many restaurants are in Lutzen, but Grand Marais, there's a few. Either way, just relax, get out in nature, enjoy ourselves. But I will try. I'm gonna watch the episodes while we're there. That's for sure. Episodes 1 and 2 of Acolyte. Hopefully, I can find a way to record. Maybe Clean and Jackson go to bed, and I'm up, and Dustin and I can just talk through it. Or I mean, obviously, Greg and Zach are welcome to join as well. I know it's been a little challenging for them recently, so Dustin and I have been trying to keep churning out content in the meantime, so we'll get them back eventually. But yeah, that's what I have for today. Not much. Just that newest trailer, the short trailer of the Acolyte, and then the about a minute and 15-second clip. So good stuff. Acolyte's right around the corner, and we'll be bringing that to you shortly. So with that, have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. It's been awesome talking to everyone. And as always, may the force be with you.